Okay, welcome. And Sean Donovan here from Steam Executive, with me Mahesh Trivedi. And today we're talking about the power of positive attitude. So how positive attitude can help you in your life and your work and your relationships. So Mahesh, what would you like to tell us about positive attitude?
Um, Thanks, Sean. Actually, the power of attitude is actually the way you you perceive the things, like you you believe. So, and it is like in one's own attitude about how they how they believe in themselves, how they see the picture or the challenge. So, like in a simple terms, like if the glass is half full, then power of attitude is that someone can say the glass is half empty, and someone will say the glass is half full. So both the ways, people are correct, like in their perceptions and in their observation. But one is focusing on the things which you have, and another person is focusing on the things which you don't have. So it is all about thinking and triggered feelings and and the perceived actions. So the main thing is that.
So if you have a
Mm.
perception of the glass is half empty,
Yeah,
then you're going to be chasing after getting a full glass all the time.
yeah,
Whereas if you have the perception of having a half full glass, you'll be enjoying your drink
yeah,
rather than chasing around looking for that half empty to make it a full drink.
yeah.
So that's part of the power of the positive attitude.
Yeah. So Gerald Zoltman, the Harvard professor, he said that 95% of thought, emotions, and learning occurs in the unconscious mind. So that is without our awareness. So basically, I would just say that I'll just emphasize that there cannot be a training course or seminar or workshops on every topic, but like in a nutshell, STEAM executive life programs and tools and courses, they definitely are proven programs over time and time, and there are different packages are available. So what I'm just trying to say that we believe that be positive, think positive, and act positive, because this formula is life changing and powerful, really worth adopting this formula. So and basically, with a positive attitude, excelling in a various domains of life, um, you can you can definitely achieve a very simple magic of how successful people work,
Right.
how they become happy, and how they can significantly improve the quality of their life. Yeah,
So let me unpack what you said.
yeah,
So you mentioned there, the attitude and success, but the one important thing that you mentioned was the act
yeah,
positive. So you need to take an action, and you
Yeah.
were mentioning about workshops, like our workshops and courses and so forth. So yes, positive attitude will allow you to move forward and see, enjoy that drink of water, for example. But unless you actually take the action to have the drink of water, then all you're doing is sitting there with and saying, "Well, I've got a half full glass, isn't that great?" But you're not enjoying that half full glass. You've got to actually take an action. So if you want to move forward in your life with that positive attitude, you then need to take the action. So be that to say, yes, okay, I have these skills which have been given to me, or this capability that's been given to me. That's a positive. I don't need to dwell on the negatives of what I'm missing out on or what somebody else might have that I don't have. But having that, you then need to take the action, such as, okay, I'm going to do this workshop which is going to help me to hone those skills. I'm going to do this daily activity which is going to help me to focus my capabilities. I'm going to do this or that. So it's the action that will get you to your goal. Okay, otherwise you're just sitting there looking at your goal
Yeah.
and not going anywhere toward it.
And that also relates with the confidence, like a confidence is a key. So like a like when you think positive, and like a believe as a positive that like I'm a great listener, like I'm good for good at teaching people, I I guess I'm okay at basketball. So these
Yeah,
type
well,
of,
you're so tall, so you should be good at basketball.
no, I'm just saying. But the moment you say I struggle communicating with my wife or with my life, so or I'm hopeless at managing my time, and I'm hopeless at managing stress. So I'm just saying how you perceive. That is what it happens. And I remember, I think one of your earlier talk, you had explained that how two people can think differently and outcomes can be different, like if one is reactor or a creator. So and you had like made a formula that what the magic happens here. So I think you might just want to share that, because that is
Oh,
also
yes, well,
attitude.
people can go back and watch our creative versus reactor. I think that was our second or third most popular video last year.
Yeah.
So go and watch that one, get the likes and the shares up on the to be a creator versus a reactor. There was a very good video, that one, very good discussion. But it is easier, as you are indicating, to be negative. So there's a lot of negativity in the world today. A lot of people, we've got things in the media at the moment, people saying, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that, and we deserve. Actually, someone was saying to me the other day that they're very annoyed at a lot of the people they're interviewed on whatever, or they're saying something to say, and they've got this entitlement attitude. We deserve something, rather than we have to work for something. And it's something that's very much in the last 15 years, whether it's the education system, I'm not too sure, but there's certainly an entitlement culture. As sure as anything, the world is not going to owe you anything, because the world's here long before you were, and you'll be gone long by the time the world will still be here. So the world owes you nothing. So don't have an attitude of entitlement and you're deserved something. The world doesn't owe you anything. You owe everything to the world, because you wouldn't be here otherwise. So you need to work for what you want to achieve. You need to work and you need to earn things. You're not just entitled to it by dint of the fact that you are here, so therefore you should be given everything. And obviously some parts of the world that we go to, you and I, we know there are people who have to work very hard to get the most basic things. And sitting in a Western society here where there's such entitlement, and it is very frustrating. But as I say, that was somebody saying to me the other day, just in reference to some things that they're seeing on, people saying on TV about, they are owed it simply because of whatever, their existence. They are owed this, but you're not owed anything. You've got to earn, and you've got to again take that action and look at the positives, say, well, this is what I've been given, these are the positives that we have available to us in this society that aren't available to people in some other places, and how can we make use of that to make a happy life.
But with COVID in the last 2-3 years, like unless you have got a power of positive attitude, you can't move on, because even we know that how quickly we adapt, and we adapted the new way of working, like a working from home, and then like a through Teams and Zoom meeting, we still do businesses, we
Well,
still do conferences.
and apart from that,
Yeah.
there's such a lot of just negative, what was the word? Negative news,
Yeah.
negative reporting
Yeah,
on the whole thing to get people worried and so forth.
yeah,
Okay, sure, you can say, well, we want to do this to prevent whatever, and but if we do that, that'll be good. There's different ways of putting it, but there was such negativity and worry put about.
Mm.
And again, just in the past week, there's a psychiatrist was mentioning number of the children that are coming to his practice, and because their parents have been worried, and then all this negativity and worry being passed on to the children, and wear masks and you might die, and all this going, and that actually has a really negative effect in their emotional development as children. There's young children going, up to 10 years of age and probably even into their teenage. But now that is having a residual effect because they've had that during those formative period of their brain formation, their mind formation.
Yeah.
So again, reinforcing negativity has long-term consequences that are difficult to overcome. And again, there was a report in the paper just last few days about kids not being able to cope with actually going to school now because of the fear and the worry that's been drummed into them over the last 3 years. So again, the power of positive attitude, positive thinking leads to positive action.
Yeah.
There's a song,
Yeah.
which you probably know. The words accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative.
I see. Yeah.
Okay, don't go for Mr. In Between.
Yeah.
So
it can
the power of positive
yeah
thinking, positive attitude to simply feel more joy in your life.
Yeah. And
do you have anything to finish us off on
yeah,
this?
yeah, that's that is something. I think there is a very popular saying that if you think you can, then you can, and if you think you cannot, then you cannot. So this power of attitude, the power of positivity, is coming from within us. So because naturally we are negative, because since we wake up in the morning, everything what we hear, watch on television, read on the newspaper is all lots and lots of negative news. So naturally we become negative. When you are trying to achieve your dream or you are trying to start something, new career, people will ask you with the doubt whether will you be really successful. So
all right, well, it sounds like somebody wants to get me, so we better finish up for the day. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back with you with another powerful message soon. Thank you very much.